So this episode is going to be about Nigerian parenting.
Oh no. I'll say more in between.
I don't think my parents wanted to be parents.
My mom was like super chill. She tried to get us to go for parties and whatnot. My dad was like super strict. Like we didn't want friends. All our friends were books. Like if you need a new friend, go and read a book.
My mom was chill, but it was my own that was the one that, like when you hear the horn, like horn, everybody they're outside, but they have to run inside, like to default position.
You know the horn. There's some things that can't be explained by science. You know the sound of your parents' horn.
Like keys. Like once you just hear the keys, drink. Everybody in the panel.
But my parents were pretty okay. It's when I grew up that I realized that my parents were kind of fucked up.
My mom is very expressive. Like at the end of every call, she's like, "I love you," and I'm like, "Thank you, mom."
My mom can be a bit defensive on the emotional spectrum. I mean, she's like, okay, I understand you, I feel you, but let me tell you why I did what I did.
I don't think my parents have actually ever said, "I love you," even up till now. Mm-hmm. We have probably written it.
Yeah.
I have written it. I've never told them.
My mother is very emotional, like, I love you so much, I care about you. But then, when it comes to her talking about her emotions and her feelings and actually like dealing with like conflicts that we have, because like, you live with your parents, you have conflicts, it's very hard to talk to her because she's very in her world, in her zone. She won't actually tell you her problems.
My dad is like the opposite. If you tell my dad I love you, you just say, line and squat like what I
He's allergic to it.
Yeah, my dad's love felt very passive and felt very dutiful. My mother is the typical Yoruba woman.
My mom was a champion of drama.
My mother is dramatic. I want drama. I don't understand.
Let me tell you, yeah. My mother and her husband were perfect for each other on the scale of dramatic.
My mom was a champion of drama.
One time during the Maula crash, when they wanted to change land to Maula, so I was in school, I was like, I'm not going home. Then my mom calls me and says, if you don't leave now, I will disown you. Next thing, my grandmother called. Your mother says she has disowned you. My auntie, your mother says she has disowned you. I've never gotten enough time to respond.
My dad may soul rest in peace. Yeah, that was the problem.
My dad was not dramatic. I can't remember drama on my dad's part.
My dad is a step-by-step dramatic guy. He's like the way you described it, except like my dad doesn't he's like very calm, very collected. Yeah. So when he's angry, he's like, you're stupid, right? He's angry, but he's like, you're stupid, right?
There's another time that my father wanted me to come home from the hostel. I was like, I have to read for exams and whatnot. Then he sent me Riot Act. I don't know if you know what a Riot Act is. It's like a declaration of war. And I'm like, on top small play.
No.
I've had so many punishments. Like my dad would tell you when he's flogging you, like you must not run because he cannot pursue you.
Oh.
And he will flog you like in the middle of the night, and you must not cry out.
No. Kind of.
At all?
I can count the amount of times I've been physically rendered since they gave that to me.
She's more like someone that, if she's angry, just make sure that there's nothing beside her. Else, that's what's going to be on your body. My mom was not on punishment. She was not on anyhow beating.
We were raised to understand verbal cues and sarcasm. So it gets that your tone will change. Not that the situation is not the same anymore.
Since I've
so we just act accordingly. It was always like that. My mom is the kind of person that can tell you that your life is like Genesis 1 verse 1. And that's your life is without form and is void. So when you know that kind of thing is coming for you, avoid the word by all costs. Behave yourself.
My mom were legit scared of her because of the cane. The one I remember the most is I can't remember what I did. I was really tiny. I was small. So after flogging me, she now tied me up. She tied my hand tied my legs, and now threw me into one room and put off the lights and locked the door. So the funny thing is, now I didn't react badly to it. So do you know what I did? I'd watched too many movies. I somehow removed this thing and just lay on the bed and slept.
My parents are big on punishment in weird ways, so I think the fact that we weren't raised in Nigeria kind of like helps to like reduce the amount of beating that I would have gotten. But I did get beaten up. I did like once.
What they do to me is that, you know, since cane doesn't hurt me and they don't really punish us like that, so it's words, insults.
It's like parents just, you know, it's like it went from a phase to a phase.
Yeah.
One phase they were flogging us. Then the next thing they now, you know, graduates just punishing us. Then they now realize how this is going to enter these children. They don't start talking to us, and that's the one that hurts me.
No, that's the one that hurts
like till
me.
today, my mom talks, I'll just go and sit down and cry.
The name that you never imagined being called. The full name. That's like an alarm.
My mom would either call you a clown.
My dad likes to play mind games, so he would say, go and prepare for me.
So once she called you a clown, or once she told you, Denise, do not be silly. You just know that anything after that, they'll pick you from Michelin Hospital with that. Whenever she calls me, she goes, oh la la, and I know, okay. In fact, the way I will reply, I'm like, yes, my question is no. I don't believe in it.
No, I don't believe in that.
So I feel like we've gone past that. I feel like times have changed. There are better ways to correct your kids.
But I feel like you don't have to slap or beat your child to get the point across. I feel like there are effective ways to talk to your children and to engage with your children that you don't need to go to physical levels.
It takes a lot of patience to not beat a child, because you actually forget that this is a child. The child has no self-awareness of what they are doing.
But there are some kids that even if you don't spare the rod, they will never, ever change.
Looking back on the way you were raised and like how your parents did things, do you think you're going to raise your kids the same way?
Maybe the reading habits.
There are a couple of things I've learned from my parents and the people who raised me that I will apply to having children.
And like I'm actually going to be best friends with my kids.
Yeah, but
To the point that it's going to be very uncomfortable.
So there are some things I will take. For example, I was raised to be very independent, and I was raised to like always say what I want. So I hope I'm able to like teach my kids to be independent, to say what they want, and to go after what they want.
I think I'll raise my kids more to, you know, be self-expressive, be themselves, talk to me, and not even be afraid of their father, I beg. Kids are pretty sensitive, so you never really know when it crosses the boundary of verbal abuse. So maybe I will draw back on some certain things and not say some certain things to my kids because emotional scars are real.
True.
But generally speaking, I think my mom did a well enough job raising her kids. So yeah. But one thing is sure. My children, you know, they are, you know, that pass me the remote, it must happen. That go and cook food, wash plates, it must happen. Because I did it. It must happen. It's not
Because
future children look me in the eye. It must happen.
I watched your butts throughout your childhood. It will happen.